This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2006 Ford F-250 Crew Cab Long Bed. It is a 6.0 turbo diesel. It is four-wheel drive. It is a Lariat, which is leather, and it is the FX4 off-road suspension, which is Rancho suspension installed at the Ford factory. This truck has 100,500 miles, just a little over 100,000 miles. It was purchased on a clear title from an insurance company in McAllen, Texas. We get them here. We do a 2-hour inspection. During that 2-hour inspection, we find out what's wrong and what's right, and tell you what's wrong and tell you what we fixed and tell you what we didn't fix. This is what the inspections look like right there. And this is my little cheat sheets over here. Lots of stuff was stolen. A couple things were cracked. We needed to replace. This truck had been in some sort of a, I'm not sure if it rubbed up against another fence or a pole or something, but you'll see there's 4 before pictures. You'll see a little white mark here and on the side of the bumper and on both fenders. Actually, it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure what happened. No dents, just paint. And we decided just to send it to our good painter. He painted the fenders and the hood and the top of the bumper cover. So both fenders, basically from the doors forward, is painted, repainted. From what you see in the pictures before and after, you'll ask why. Just because it's a nice truck and we wanted to paint it. Now, we still do have a couple really thin, long scratches in the doors on the driver's side. We left them because painting the whole truck would be just a little pricey, and so we left it alone. This truck did come with a really high rubber set of Michelins, obviously. That's what your Rancho suspension looks like, by the way. So somebody spent about $1,300 or $1,400 on tires right before their truck got stolen, which means it's a good truck. No one spends that kind of money on a bad truck. But during our inspection, this is what we did. It got a serpentine belt. It got a new radiator. It had a crack at the very top of the radiator. It got new batteries. It got front and rear brake pads. Let's see. Front and rear brake pads. Idler pulley. Steering shock is new. Got a new horn. Antenna was stolen. Ignition, obviously, from being stolen, was broken, so it's got a new ignition. Wiper blades are new. Both side mirrors are new. The hood wouldn't stay up, so we got new hood shocks for it. Like I said, we painted the fenders and hood. And on the interior, our mobile repair guy came and repaired some damage to the outside of both driver and passenger front seat bolsters. This would be a block heater plug, obviously, right there. Got a new steering stabilizer strut. Pretty truck. Kind of wishing I had done those doors, the driver's side doors. Now that I'm seeing how pretty it is, but really, if you have a steady hand and you get some the right Ford, they call it ebony, believe it or not. Go figure. Touch-up paint. You could probably make about 97% of that go away for $10 in about 15 minutes of very steady hand. But it's not super noticeable. I don't know. It's kind of on the edge of whether I wanted to do it or not. Now that I see how clean it is after detail, I kind of wish I had, but that probably would have added $500 or $600 to the price of the truck. Got a little ding right here. Tow package. Put a new louvered tailgate on it. We put that on. Someone did a little touch-up right there. Pretty truck. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to fire this thing up. We're going to look under the hood. $104,490 miles. I got to pick up the pace here. I'm going a little slow. And there's a lot to show you on the truck. It can take a little too long, and I run out of time at the end, so I got to hurry. There's I see no blow-by at all. That's a very good thing. New batteries on each side. There's your Ford emblem over here. There's your Ford emblem right here. Stickers where they belong here. New radiator. New serpentine belt. New idler pulley. New battery here. Ford symbol. Ford symbol. Alright, let's see. Let's go to this side. There's your passenger rear window up and down. A little bit of something right there on the seat that didn't come out in detail. And overall, the interior looks great. But it is my job to make sure that everything is known, and I'm really supposed to be accentuating the negatives and not the positives. So if you pay by wire and ship, that there's no surprises, that you get more than you thought you were getting and not less. If we advertise these things correctly, everybody is happy. If we BS, we're going to get screamed at, and we don't get screamed at ever. And that's because we disclose everything. We don't tell you this thing is the greatest truck in the world, because it's not. It's a pretty nice truck, but it's not the greatest truck ever made, like some people like to say their vehicles are. A little bit of wear on the lid here. Everything works over here. Just notice a little bit of a crack in this taillight right here, but still very functional. I don't know if you can see this or not. It gets real light right in here. Anyway, my brother's going to take 30 or 40, maybe up to 50 pictures of this truck, HD pictures. There'll be a little device you can magnify, and you can zoom right in on that. I want you really to look really close to those driver's doors so that you know what you're getting, so there's no surprises, okay? Surprises suck. I mean, when it's out in the sun, you hardly notice it. I notice it more when it's in the shade. But even then, it's not bad. I just kind of wish it wasn't there. But it is, and that's the reality of it. There we go. There's your VIN down there. Let's see. Mirrors. These are brand new. Out, in, up, down. Other side. Out, in, up, down. Let's see. Seat back. Forward. Up. Down. That works fine. Tilt up. Tilt down. Rear seat up and down. That works fine. Nothing going on under there. We got a tilt wheel. That works. Close the door. All right. Get a seatbelt on. Alrighty, let's see. What do we got going on here? First of all, let's do the radio.
I'm my high school geography teacher, Mr. Brooke.
Alright, let's try the steering controls. Steering controls work fine. Everything works fine. The radio, 6-disc changer. Manual controls for the climate control. They work fine. Let's try steering controls for the AC. They work fine. Alright, so everything works there. There's tow on and off. Let me move it forward here a little bit. Turn off the tow. There's that. All right, let's see. Let's go through a functions check here. There you go. 104,409 miles. All right, now I'm going to put it in neutral. I like this. We got a floor shifter instead. So I'm going to pull it back to, let's see, now we're in 4 high. No, we're not. There it is. There it is. There's 4 high. And in reverse. One thing that drives me crazy about Fords is how they never on the manual shift knobs and on these things they always do that. I don't understand why they couldn't get them to stay on. There, now we're in 4 low. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a Ford manual shift knob, factory shift knob, that stays on for more than 10 seconds. And they're really annoying when they're an actual shifter, not just a 4-wheel drive shifter. Now we're in two-wheel drive. You know what? I think we have parking sensors too. Yeah, we do. Let's check those out. Make sure that they work. Yep. Hear it? Now it's off. Now it's on. All right, they work fine. All right, let's go for a ride. This is on a clear title, so if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay tax and dock fees. Dock fees are $250. Taxes are 2% city sales tax plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if you come in from a city with a 3% tax rate, you're going to pay 5% taxes. That's your 3 plus R2, and a $250 dock fee. If your state is 6%, you're going to pay 8%. That's your 6 plus R2. Just add 2% to your state tax rate, and then add a $250 dock fee, and you'll get the right number. If you pay by wire and ship, there's no tax, no dock fees. Once we receive your wire, we'll fill out the title with your name and your address the way you want it to read. We'll notarize it. We'll scan it into your online file so you can see it even before it mails out. Then we will, that guy wanted to get killed. We will also scan in the envelope that we mail it in, okay? Everything that we have, you will have. Even in your online file, you will have a copy of the title we got from the insurance company when we bought it. Basically, what I'm saying is everything that we know, from pictures to videos, any knowledge we have of this truck, we are sharing it. That'll make sure that the right vehicle ends up in the right garage, and we don't have someone pissed off at us. That's the goal, okay? And that happens all the time. In fact, every time. So, let's see. Next thing, deposit. Deposit is $500. Once we have your deposit, we will put your name and a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it is for sale. Last thing is it's fairly obvious, but we say it on every truck. I do. At the end of every video. I'm not singling this truck out. If you want to verify it, go to any vehicle we have online and look at the very end, and you'll hear this speech. Basically, what I'm saying is that it's out of warranty because the people who built it didn't know what was going to happen after X amount of miles or X amount of years. If they couldn't give it a 300,000 mile, 30-year warranty because they didn't know what was going to happen to it, there's no chance that we can either. So there's risk involved in buying this truck. There's risk in buying a used toaster or a used Lazy Boy recliner or anything used. So if you don't like risk, don't buy used. If you do like to take a little bit of risk and get a big value, and you can realize that some of the money you're saving is going to have to be spent on a repair sooner or later, could be an injector next week. You never know. Right now, I mean, obviously this truck is sweet. It runs great. There's no vibrations. It doesn't need tires. It doesn't need anything today. Doesn't mean it's going to not need an injector next week. If you don't like that reality, please don't buy this truck. The issues on 6.0s are famous for EGRs. We offer an EGR package for $1,900. Strongly urge you to consider it if you buy this truck, but it doesn't need it right now. That would be preventative. Okay? Thank you very much for your time.